All right, let's see if the lighting can be a little bit better. What is up? What is up? Hello, hello. First ever live, just making sure audio levels are all good. Um, Let me just play around, top chat, live chat. You can pin chat. So I'm just kind of playing around with the features right now. Again, this is my first time, so just kind of seeing what we got. We have some filters over here, which is cool. Don't want that. Microphone. What is this button? Okay, mute. Unlisted video, 5 minute. Okay. Highlight, save to your channel as unlisted. All right, we are figuring this out. Creator tools, start a poll. Are you subscribed? Yeah. Boom. Let's pin the poll. Pin the poll? Pin the poll. Can I pin the poll? I don't know. Should be pinned to the top. All right. This is so funny. All right, this is my first YouTube live. Again, I do go live on other platforms, but I wanted to check this out just to kind of see what goes on. But really, what this live is about is how you can lose your first 10 to 30 pounds, right? If you have a little bit more weight to lose, it could potentially be even more than that, right? So I really just want to break this down into 4 simple things. 4 things that you can do to lose your first 10 to 30 pounds. We're going to start it off with our nutrition. If you've ever asked yourself, what do I do for my diet? What do I eat? How much do I eat? I hear you're supposed to eat protein. How much protein should I be eating? I am going to simplify all of this for you, right? And the one thing that I want you to take away from this live and what you can do to lose weight for your nutrition is to stick to whole natural foods. So what is a whole natural foods? Most of us really know what that looks like, right? If we're being honest, we know what that is. And a way to think about this is if it comes from the earth, if it grows from the ground, if it walks on the land, it's safe to say that's a whole natural food, right? There's no Dorito bushes out there or Pop-Tart trees, right? So think of beef, turkey, chicken, potatoes, rice, pineapples, asparagus, broccoli, all of these things, right? And the beauty or the secret and how just focusing on eating those can lead to weight loss is, again, they are typically less calorically dense. What does that actually mean? Like, what does calorically or not being calorically dense mean? That means you get to eat a lot more food for less calories. And that's really the secret sauce to losing weight, right? And how does this work? It works because, again, I want you to imagine, let's just say we had 1,000 calories of Twinkies, right? And that really comes out to this amount of food. Obviously, this is just an example. Let's say 1,000 calories worth of Twinkies comes out to this much. If we were to say 1,000 calories worth of potatoes, maybe it'd be this much food, right? Very general recommendation. And thank you for whoever is on the live. Hello, nice to meet you. Say what's up in the chat and where you are viewing from. But the beauty behind that is because we do want to stay full. We do want to have more food in our stomach when we are trying to lose weight specifically, right? And what tends to happen is when people are on a fat loss journey, what happens is that they typically cut their food really, really extremely, right? And when you do that, what happens? You're just hungry all the time. You have a whole bunch of cravings. You don't have energy to do your workouts, right? So the secret sauce and really the most basic thing you can do for your nutrition to lose weight is to stick to whole natural foods. I am going to, I think the chat is up. This is my first time live streaming here on TikTok. So whoever is watching this right now, you are my first viewer ever. So I love you, appreciate you. But let me know in the comments where you're viewing from. I love your vids. Much love. Arizona, I love Arizona. I think it was like 2 years ago. Arizona is probably the one state that I visited the most. So I was traveling there. I went to Arizona, like Scottsdale specifically, like 5 times that year for business. That was actually the first time. Do you know what chamagaucha is? It's the first time I've ever experienced that. It was absolutely delicious. But thank you. I appreciate the love and I appreciate the support. Like that really means a lot. I really, really do appreciate you. But yeah, now you got me thinking of chamagaucha. Uh, anyways, thank you for being here, being on the live. What I'm talking about again is what you can do, 4 simple things to lose your first 10 to 30 pounds. All right, so number 1 was sticking to whole natural foods. We do have another member popping in. What is up? Say what's up in the chat. And I feed off of this energy, guys, right? Like I love lives because I get to meet all of you guys and have conversations and have a back and forth. So what I'm thinking and how this is going to evolve over time is you guys being able to come on here and ask your questions, right? So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Roy. Nice to meet you. I'm an online nutrition coach and trainer. And don't discount the fact that this is information, this is free game on a free live. I feel 1,000% confident that if you take the things that I teach you, and if you take the advice that I give you seriously, you will see progress, right? So come here, take advantage of this time. This is the same information I would give to paying clients, but just wanted to pop in, show some love to my community, maybe grow the community as well. But let me know in the chat where you guys are viewing from. Say what's up. But number 1 was, again, eat whole natural foods. So what's the second thing out of the 4 things you are gonna do to lose your first 10 to 30 pounds? Number 2 is go for a 30-minute walk every single day. And people discount the power of going on a walk, right? But the reason why I specified a walk is because 1, it's accessible to most people, right? Most of us can go outside, or maybe if you don't live in the best area, you can go to the gym, go on a treadmill, go on some walks. And why it's so important for weight loss specifically is because it doesn't kick up your hunger compared to other things. So if you were to do like HIIT cardio or circuit training, like if you go and do a class, it's typically circuit style, which is essentially just high intensity interval training. That really kicks up your hunger, right? I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but when you start strength training for the first time, when you start to do intense activity, your hunger gets kicked up. And when we're trying to lose weight, this is not what we want, right? We don't want to have our hunger kicked up unnecessarily, right? So that's why walking is a low, steady state intensity type of cardio, which will help you burn more calories, but again, keep your hunger levels in check. Right, so that's the power of it. Plus, I like to double dip. You're outside, you get some fresh sunlight, you get some fresh air. It's a beautiful time. Throw on a podcast or whatever, your favorite music, like dance it out, do whatever you need to do. But that can be super, super powerful, is going on daily walks. And start where you're at, right? Don't feel like you need to start somewhere else. Just do what you can right now. So even if you can only walk for 10 minutes, do that. And then over time, you bump it up, right? Then it's 20, 30, 40, 50, etc. All right, that one soccer kid, Coven, is that your name? Am I pronouncing that wrong? Right? Wrong? I can't talk. I have trouble with gaining weight. Do you have any tips on that? Yeah, so what is your struggle there? Like, what do you think, why do you think you have issues gaining weight? Is it just, you can't really eat enough food? Where are you really struggling? And I love this. Thank you for asking the questions. Like, this is what I want the lives to evolve to. I want this, seriously, to be Q&A and an open dialogue and to have this back and forth. So if you guys are struggling with weight loss, or not necessarily even weight loss, if you guys are struggling with health, fitness, come to the lives, get some feedback, get some help, and get moving in the right direction. Right? So I'm not sure. I eat a lot of food, but I still don't gain weight. All right, so let me ask you this. How old are you? And do you have control over your food? All right, so those are my two questions there. And then for anybody else watching, that second person, I know you're there. Say hello when you're ready. Actually, yeah, I don't want to pressure you. So when you're ready, and I don't know if I can see, again, this is the first live that I'm ever doing, but I want all of you guys to feel comfortable, right? And I do want this to be a safe space and a safe community for everyone to kind of come in and just relax and maybe learn something, get some value, get some perspective, and to maybe improve their lives. 14 and yes. Okay, so 14, you're still relatively young. That's kind of what I assumed. What I would say to you is to utilize some liquid calories, right? Maybe that means some orange juice or Gatorade or milk or whatever that is. And the reason behind that is because, again, it allows us to up our calories without not necessarily eating more food, which could fill you up, right? So I would start there. And then also, I would ask you, why do you want to put on weight, right? Like, do you want to build muscle? Like, is it because of the way you look? Like, where do you play sports? Where does that come in play? And by the way, if you guys could help me out, where did you guys find me? Did you get notified that I was going live? Were you scrolling on a feed? What did that actually look like? Because again, this is my first time going live. So, build muscle for sports. What sports do you play? I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. I got notified. Interesting. So I'm wondering if when I went live, if it just pinged all of my subscribers, which there aren't too many, but I love all of you guys anyways. And thank you for voting on the poll. I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, so you play soccer. I would say that. Use liquid calories. Even when you're practicing for your sport and stuff, drink a Gatorade, right? That's an easy way to add in an extra 1 to 2 to 300 calories. Try that. The liquid calories first, and then see if that helps you. Because if you are playing sports and you are practicing, that means that to gain weight, you're gonna need to eat a little bit more, right? So I would say the easiest thing for you to do is take what you normally would eat and just add a little bit of food. Like, you don't necessarily have to overcomplicate it. Just put on your plate what you would eat and then add a little bit more, right? And I'm not saying to double it. We don't want to put on unnecessary body fat, but just a little bit more, right? Like, go from this to that. Nothing crazy. Add in the liquid calories. Maybe you drink a Gatorade during practice or whatever it is. And I think that would be enough for you to move forward, right? But again, you are active. You are playing a sport. So I would assume the performance would be your number one priority. So we just want to keep that in mind as we do this. Good questions, though. Do you have any other questions? Does anybody else have any questions as we roll through? So number one, we kind of talked about what we can do for our nutrition. Number two, we talked about and this is the thing. That's why context matters, guys. Like, I know this live was supposed to be all about how to lose the first 10 to 20 pounds. And this question in particular is kind of the opposite of that, right? So typically you'll hear people say, don't drink liquid calories, right? In the conversation of weight loss, that makes sense because we don't want to add unnecessary calories that won't really fill us up. But in this context, when someone is struggling to put on weight, we do want to take advantage of these things. And that's what I hope that you get out of this, is that, everyone's goals are different and everyone's life is going to need different things. So you can't just follow what other people do without the context, right? So I hope you get that, and I hope that makes sense. If there's ever anything that I ever teach or talk about and it doesn't make sense, or you don't really get it, don't just say, oh, okay, I got it, thank you. Like, let me know. Be like, Roy, you didn't make no sense. You rambled, whatever it is. Let me know, because my goal, my intention is to not just be on here to preach to you guys and for you to just be like, okay, I truly want you guys to get what I'm saying, get the information, and apply it into your life, right? That's what I want from this, because all of this information that I sit here and talk about doesn't necessarily do anything if you guys don't apply it, right? So take what you learn on here, and start to apply it and start to see, right? So I hope that was helpful. Looks like nobody else has questions yet, so let's just roll along on the live. I don't know if this is gonna make sense when this goes on my channel. I don't even know if this automatically goes on my channel. But you know what? Whatever. I hope another lesson from this is to just get started and to just do. You learn on your way, and you'll never have the perfect plan. You'll never feel like you're completely ready. You just got to jump into it, right? So let's keep it Let's keep it moving. Number 3. 3 out of 4 things you can do to lose your first 10 to 20 pounds is drink half a gallon to a gallon of water every single day, right? Most Americans are chronically dehydrated. We just don't drink enough water, right? And I think a gallon a day is a good goal to shoot for. And although maybe you're like, I cannot drink that right now, slowly work your way up to it. Anything that you do, work your way up to it. You don't have to overhaul your entire life. You don't have to go 1,000% the very next day. You can, but it's also okay if you need some time to work your way up to it. And that goes for the walking, that goes for the water, that goes for anything, right? So again, why water is important is it's going to help with brain fog, fatigue. If you deal with chronic headaches, you could be dehydrated, but mainly it's to help with our things like blood pressure and our skin and our nails and our joints, but also our digestion, right? If you are dealing with constipation or digestive issues, you need to hydrate, right? And when we are dealing with specific health markers or health issues like high blood pressure, we have to understand that blood is mostly water. And if you're dehydrated, think about it like this. If you are dehydrated, your blood is a little bit thicker. It's like syrup, right? But as you hydrate yourself, it starts to thin out and it starts to flow better, right? And the thinner your blood and the better that it flows, the better your blood pressure. Basic things, right? And I hope that's what you guys get out of this too, is that, some of these complex health cases can be solved or fixed or improved by basic lifestyle habits. And a lot of people want to skip over these things and they want to look for the magic pill or what supplement can I take, or what secret dieting strategy can I use? And really, it just comes back to all of these basics. So all 4 things that I covered here on this live, or I will cover in this live, are the basics. Whole natural foods, getting enough water, and getting moving with the walking, right? So what is the last thing that you can do to lose your first 10 to 30 pounds? That is going to be to get at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Excuse the helicopter. I don't know how loud that is, but we'll let it pass. Are you guys following me? Is this making sense? Please let me know. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Drop it in the chat. All right, so let's keep it moving. What is the last thing? Again, get at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And sleep is really, really important for a lot of functions in the body, right? And if you do not have the energy to go out and do the activity, or have the energy to want to do all of these things, how are you going to expect yourself to do them, right? On top of that, if your goal is to build and preserve muscle mass, sleep is important for recovery. And you have to think about training as breaking muscle tissue down, and sleep and recovery as building them back up, right? If you cannot recover from the strain that you're putting on your body, you won't be able to build effectively, right? On top of that, again, there are a lot of downstream effects from poor night of sleep. One mainly being blood sugar regulation, right? So you might have increased blood sugar because just one poor night of sleep can actually make you as insulin resistant as a type 2 diabetic. So insulin is essentially the hormone. Think of it as the lock and the key to unlock the blood sugar. Ina, what is up? Hello, hello, hello. So sleep is absolutely critical. So again, what we are covering is 4 things that you can do to lose your first 10 to 30 pounds. All right, so do you have any questions? Ina B? Ina B? I don't know. Am I saying that right? Let's check up on the poll. I got 2 votes. Let's go. How you doing? And where are you from? All right, he dipped. All right, so I hope that was helpful. Coven, I hope I'm saying that right. And whoever else is in here, I hope it was helpful. And if you guys are watching this on the replay, I think they left. It's okay. See, this is why you guys need to give me this feedback. I'm just awkwardly sitting here talking to myself. Oh, they're here. Kashrim, where is that at? Where is that? And this is one thing that you guys will learn about me is my geography is absolutely horrible. So it might be because I'm from a small island. So I'm from Hawaii, if you guys didn't know. But who knows? All right. Anyways, if you are watching this on the replay, if this gets uploaded, please bear with me. I do want to explore with these lives more. I absolutely love going live. I love getting that feedback. I love getting the live questions. That's where I thrive the most. And it's good to just meet you guys, right? And just chat. And I think that the world in general needs a little bit more positivity and more hope that change is possible, right? If you are going through something right now and you feel like, I don't know if I can lose weight, or I don't know if I can do X, Y, Z, I hope that I can help you with your mindset and to, again, help you see that truthfully, if you want something, you can achieve it, right? If you truly want something, it is possible for you to achieve it. Won't always be easy, but it is possible, right? So, again, what you can expect from me and from these lives is some positivity, some help with your health, fitness, whether that is fat loss, building muscle, maybe you just need a boost of motivation, maybe you just need some positivity into your day, maybe you just need a community to come to, hang out, talk to each other. That's what I'm envisioning for all of this, and you guys are literally the 2 people here in the live. You guys are setting the foundation for something that's going to be great. So I feel very confident in that. But thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys, and thank you guys for supporting and for being here. Coven, I hope it was helpful. But love you guys. I'll see you in the next live.